Commandment number 10. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 17. It says, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass," or donkey in modern English, "nor anything that is thy neighbour's." Basically, coveting is being jealous, and it's telling us not to be jealous of anything what's our neighbour's. And I think again, when it says our neighbour, like in the previous commandment, neighbour is not limited to the person who lives next door to you. Basically, your neighbour is anyone but yourself. So, yes, your neighbour included, but members of your family, perhaps. Again, people you see every day, your workmates, your close friends, the person who just won the lotto, the successful businessman, whoever. That is your neighbour, and this commandment is telling you not to be jealous of that person. They might have a nice big house, and you might live in the very old house what's in need of repair. And we're told not to be jealous of that person with the nice big house, or even if it's just a better house than what you have. Be happy with what you got, at least you're not homeless. And that's just one example. I know one where I've got to keep myself under control is cars. Now, an Australian car, which is my absolute favourite, the 1968 HK Holden Monaro with a 327 Chev motor in it. That is my absolute favourite car. Can I ever afford to get one? Never. Do people own them? I see them on the road quite, well, not often, because they're not a very popular car anymore, but I do see them quite a bit. And as much as I'd love to own one, I know I never will. And be jealous of the owner? Oh no, I'm actually quite happy for the owner for owning such a lovely car, a sports car from yesteryears, so to say. They're an old car now, but and it's not limited to cars. That's just something that I've got to live with. That's one of my daily struggles. But could be anything, just from being someone more financial than what you are. Maybe someone who's more popular than what you are. You might be looking for that perfect mate to get married to. And it might be that all your friends get all the handsome or pretty ones. Or they might easily be able to talk to people, as in finding the perfect mate. Or you might find that you might have difficulty in talking to a person for such reasons. Again, don't be envious or jealous of the people who can do things better than you, or are better than you at certain things. It doesn't matter. Just be happy with what you've got, is what this commandment is saying. And again, if you love Jesus and you keep his commandments, whatever your need would be, he will provide it for you. if it's according to His will and not for your own personal gain. Again, Jesus says, if you love me, keep my commandments. And so not coveting shouldn't be a problem for you. And again, if it is, pray to God about it, and He will give you the strength to overcome such a problem. And if you simply trust in God, He will supply all your needs. And sometimes what you might be jealous of, if it's something that you really need and you pray to God about it, He might just give you something better than what you really need. He might bless you with something a lot better. Not always. Sometimes He'll give you what you do need. Sometimes He might give you a bit more. And that is purely a God's discretion, because He knows the best. He knows better than what you know yourself. He knows better than what I know myself. And so when you look at all of the 10 commandments now, because this is the last commandment, but again, when you look at all 10 commandments as a whole, it basically comes down. You can narrow it down into two commandments. One, love God, put Him first, honor Him, serve Him, obey Him. And the second one, basically, to love your fellow men and women, to love everybody, to treat them the way you would like them to treat you. And if everybody done that, if everybody kept God's commandments as explained in His word in Exodus chapter 20, this would be a much better world. There'd be no crime, there'd be nothing bad happening, because we'd all be obeying God. It'd be a much, much better world to live in. And I'm sure that is what you would like, a better world to live in. And if you want that, obey God and keep His commandments, and you will never look back.